Hello everybody! Now, I'm gonna interview two persons
About teaching and learning during their time.
from early generation to 21st century. So now, here we go!
Ani ata karon sa balay ni Ma'am Lilia S. Agan o kani siya maestra gikan sa San Antonio National High School. So, ato siyang interviewon about the teaching and learning during their time. So, Ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, ready.
Okay, now. So, here's the first question. How was teaching and learning during your time?
Since it was just a newly opened public high school in the year 1972, I belong to the third batch. The school was behind of the teaching learning facilities compared to the old established public high schools. The only thing we have is a book, one book of a teacher, the source of the lessons that we had. So, there were no books distributed to the students or the learners to study during nighttime or to do their assignment based on the book. So only the teachers have them as reference to make us learn. Okay, mo na to?
So, ang teacher jud ang naa.
Oo.
So, the second question, ma'am. What method or materials they used in teaching?
I can say that the teaching learning method used by the teacher was just a talk method. The teacher write the examples on the board and the teacher explained what were written on the board. Those learners who were willing to learn just listen carefully, follow the explanation on the steps that the examples were written
On the board.
on the board.
So now, the third question. The way they teach the lesson, ma'am, did you effectively learn from it? Ano mga panahon na?
Based on my experience, learning was not impossible, though there were only limited resources on the learning materials. Effective learning depends much on the aim or the purpose of the learners. Whether the learners want to achieve superior grades or just to pass, to have just passing grades. That is in my case.
The next question. What hindrances or barriers you encounter during your time when it comes to learning? So, ano sa itong mga problema na agi-anin nyo during anang mga panahon na anang pag-eskwela ninyo?
I think there were less or negligible hindrances because though my parents were just farmers, I was able to pursue to college education with the limited resources that we had. The only thing I can say is to be determined in a life's career.
Exactly.
The only problem I encountered before was the late weekly allowance when I had my college time at in Dumaguete because of the inclement weather. That during rapsis or when there was a typhoon, the pamphlet could not sell and naturally our allowance will be delayed. But when it comes to amusements, enjoying the student life in the city, we were deprived of it because of the limited resources. So I can compare myself to those loyal awardees at St. Paul College now is in St. Paul University of Dumaguete City. Though I was just a product in a barangay high school, I was not so behind from them. Though it was already as they were studying since preschool or kindergarten, when we were classmates in college, I could say that it is not a warranty that they are in they were studying since in the college. Then those students coming from the far-flung barangay or remote barangay could not compare the, what would say, the
Intelligence.
level of
Capacity.
the learning capacity achieved by the student studied since kinder in a university. So studying university is not a warrant that he or she is more successful than of those studying just in a barangay high school. It is a determination of the learner to be able to cook his or her ambition in life.
Exactly. So here's the last question, ma'am. In your overall experience about the teaching and learning, are there big impacts or something that leads you to become who you are today?
One thing that influenced me most is my teacher in high school, whom I appreciated much or I idolized because of her way teaching us in English and mathematics. So, since I idolized her, maybe because of her way she spoke, that I idolized her, so that influenced me much to take up education. Though, my dream was to take up nursing. But then my parents cannot afford, so it's only education that my parents were able to let me study in college. But then I did not have a regret. So until now, I am still active in teaching, but no longer in my area of specialization, because I was also dreaming to be a TVL teacher, and it just happened 5 years ago. I started teaching TVL subject.
And actually, I'm one of her students before. And yeah,
Yes.
matudlo si Ma'am Lilia.
Jen Francie is one of the most active students and very diligent whatever is being assigned. She led the first to submit the projects to be done for the hands-on kitchen skill activities. She is doing her excellent performance.
That's it, Ma'am. Thank you so much. That's it na. Marata siya.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Ma'am.
Thank you for the chances for being interviewed as part of your project in your college studies.
Now, let's interview another person. She is Kimberly Insina. Okay, ate, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
So, here's the first question. What can you say about the teaching and learning today?
The teaching and learning today is way advanced than before. So we are learning through technology.
So, the second question. How about before? The teaching and learning at the early generation.
Before, teaching is using traditional way, which is your teachers are making those learning materials made by Manila paper, and the learning process also is traditional way.
So, next. What method or materials the teacher used in teaching as of today?
Okay, today. So it's very obvious that today students and teachers are using technology. So we are learning a lot from television, computer,
media.
Uh,
Another social media platform.
yes, that's it.
So, the last question. What hindrances or barriers you encounter at this 21st century when it comes to learning?
This kind of situation now, it's really sad that we are learning through this pandemic, but we are very challenged about it. Hindrances is like this one. We are here in mountain place or mountain barangays in this province of Siquijor. So the main
Difficult.
the difficult is how the poor connection. That's it.
A follow-up question, ma'am. The way they teach the lesson, did we effectively learn from it?
Today,
Yeah.
yes,
Today.
because there are many sources
Yeah.
of
Exactly.
learning the way they teach.
So that's it, ate. Thank you so much for answering my questions.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you for watching. God bless everyone.